Uh, I am struggling in life. Um, I'm sure with many people, we all feel the same, and we get sort of caught up in the day to day, and we just feel shit about ourselves, and we lack productivity, and it's just sort of that cycle of work and home and sleep and watch TV, and I, I'm getting really sick of it. Um, so I've just deleted TikTok off my phone, which I think everyone should do. It's not the first time I've done it. It comes back. It's like a fucking virus. But I deleted it in the hopes that I can have some more space and clarity for myself. Um, and I've been watching a few motivational videos on YouTube, um, and it's made me realize that I need to push myself in certain ways. So I personally really struggle with talking to people. Um, More, people I don't know. When I'm with my best friend, I can talk for ages and we just yap about nonsense and we make each other laugh. But I really struggle with talking to new people, and even people that I do know who, like, I don't talk too much. People ask me what I do or how I'm doing, and I just don't know what to say. And I find it hard to talk about myself because I don't think anyone cares. Essentially, nobody gives a fuck about me. No one really gives a fuck about anyone. Surely, well, why would they care about my interests or what I have to say? And so I struggle to talk to people because I feel like it's a waste of time. But it's not. I know it's not. I know, and I wish I was better at talking, which is why I'm doing this. I've decided I'm going to just talk, just record and talk and keep going until I run out of things to talk about, or I just hopefully I can just ramble and it'll make just enough sense that it, you know, it can't hurt. So I mentioned I was watching some motivational videos. Um, One of them, and the reason I'm doing this is a video called "You've Consumed Enough. It's Time to Start Creating," by someone called Sam William, and I'll put the video in the description because it was a brilliant video. It's only like 5 minutes long, but essentially, what he sort of ended the video with was sort of three steps of: first, you've got to decide what it is you want to create. Secondly, you need to sort of set yourself a challenge. And thirdly, you got to share it. You got to actually do something with it. So for me, what I'm doing is, well, what do I want to create? In the long run, in life, I want to be an actor, and part of that is having work, and obviously it's not easy to get work. So part of what I want to do is to write sketches, film videos, actually put myself out there. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to set myself a challenge, and I'm going to try and record one of these videos of me just talking for as long as I can, and just learning how to talk again, and learning how to have a conversation, and learning how to share stuff about myself, share my thoughts without feeling stupid about it. So, if I can just ramble on and not be distracted, then hopefully I'll get there. And then, yeah, I'm sharing it. I'm putting this on YouTube. And if someone sees it, then fantastic. And if no one sees it, then probably more fantastic, to be honest. Um, yeah, I mean, great. I've finished that point. Now that I've finished talking about that, I've hit a brick wall, and I'm like, well, that's it. I'm done talking. Thank you. Bye. But I'm not. I just will talk. So part of what has got me wanting to sort of, self improve, aside from just being stuck in a rut, is I have a skin condition. I've got psoriasis. You can probably see it here. My face is quite red. What just fell down? You can see it on my arms. I've got psoriasis. It's all over my body, very severe, and I'm quite insecure about it. And I got my hair cut the other day. My hair was sort of down here, very long hair, and I got it cut the other day, and I didn't realize, but like it's quite prominent around my neck as well, and so the entire way through the haircut, I was just sat like ashamed and embarrassed, and obviously because I struggled to talk, I barely had a conversation with the hairdresser, which I've always been sort of confused by, like how do people talk to the hairdresser? What do you have to talk about, but yeah, so I'm embarrassed and ashamed and embarrassed again, of my psoriasis, and I don't want to have to be, and I am on a waiting list for a type of therapy, photo light therapy, which hopefully, it's like UV radiation, I don't know, that will hopefully help to clear it up. And there's no cure, but I mean, God forbid, hopefully I can be the first person to be cured of psoriasis. I don't fucking know. My point is, I don't like my skin. And I've put on a little weight in the last few years. I'm not fat, I'm not obese, I'm not unhealthy, but I'm on the slightly chubbier side compared to how I grew up. And so I've decided that I wanted to work out like everyone does. It's January, everyone's working out. So I put on a work from home just YouTube video where you do some sit-ups and stuff. And I should add, I'm not at home. I'm actually at work right now. I work a security job. It's a sort of 24-hour gig, and it's 4 a.m. here, so I'm on a late shift. I'm doing the nights, and so to sort of keep me busy in the quiet hours, I was like, fine, I'll do a workout. And this workout video was only 25 minutes long, and I did it, and I got about 6 minutes through, and I gave up because I was like, this is too much. I could, I'm exhausted. My body aches and I'm tired. And so I commented my progress, and there was like a loading bar throughout the thing, and it said I got 25% through the video. And so I commented, just for my own sort of record keeping, how far I got, and decided, I'm going to keep doing this video, keep coming back to it, and every single time I'm going to do more. And then 3 hours later, after I did it the first time, I did it at like 1 a.m. this morning. I did it at like 4 o'clock. And I managed to get a little bit further. I got 33% through now. I was like, 8 minutes. It's nothing crazy. It was only a couple of extra, leg stretches or whatever. But I got further. So I made progress. And I want to keep doing that. Not again today. I'm very tired and I haven't eaten, so I'll do it tomorrow. But where was I going with that? My point is, I want to improve, and I'm hoping that maybe the next one I do, if I eat healthy, I'll go to the shops today and I'll get some decent food, because I eat a lot of junk. I'll get some decent food today, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get maybe 50% through. Maybe I can finish the video. It's only 25 minutes. If I just push through, then maybe I can finish it. Point is, I want to improve. I want to keep going. I want to keep pushing and keep doing better in all aspects of my life. In my personality, in trying to be able to talk to people, in my body, working out, in hopefully my sort of career longevity as an actor and or writer. I've got this Word document that's just full of sketch ideas and a few that I've like fully written out, and just different things that I want to create. And I need to just do it, because if I don't, then I'm relying on opportunities from outside to be able to do what I want to do, to do what I feel like my life's, not my life's purpose, that's a bit pretentious, but you know, the thing I want to spend my time doing, acting. I I can just act. I don't have to wait for other people. Now, I've been very lucky. So since I've sort of kicked myself back into acting since like summer of last year. I joined an acting class. That was a lot of fun. We put on sort of a show that we created ourselves, and our instructor wrote for us. That was a lot of fun. Um, and then, sort of more towards Christmas time, my best friend told me that his mum had gotten involved with um, a local, artsy person who was putting on a play reading of sort of an adaptation she had written of the book called Comfort Farm. If you've ever heard of it, if you go on iPlayer, there's an old sort of movie of this book called Comfort Farm. It's fun, fun little story. And so I did that, and that was a lot of fun. And that was a little bit more like, closer to voice acting than acting, but it was fantastic. And while I was doing that, one of the other members who I actually knew from he was a gentleman who came in while I was at college and put on a play that he had written. He invited me to join another play reading, this time of what's it called? Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. And so I went and I did that, and that was a lot of fun. And we had an even bigger audience. There was like 200 people who came and saw us, just read a play. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then that same gentleman who invited me to that then invited me to do a sketch that he had written for a charity thing. It's actually, well, I say that it's Friday at 4 a.m. right now. I'm performing this in this sketch thing tonight, Friday nighttime. So I'm gonna have to go home and shower and sleep, and then by the time I wake up, I'll be going to do this this thing. It's a parody of Downton Abbey. I'm only in it for like 5 minutes, but the point is, in the last, I would say, 6, 7, 8 months, I've been in essentially 4 different productions, which is 4 more than I had been in for the last 6 years. So when you put yourself into the world that you want to be in, opportunities arise. But I don't want to rely on that, because once this is done, I don't have anything on the horizon just yet. So I need to be able to create my own work, my own sketches, my own stuff that I can perform in. And so, yeah, basically, I just want to get my life back on track, because I spend far too much time as it is sat scrolling through TikTok mostly, scrolling through Reddit, scrolling through Tumblr. Like, I deleted Instagram, I deleted Twitter ages ago to try and help me get away from scrolling. But other apps have just replaced the scrolling. And so I need to fully try and remove myself. Like, not to the point of isolation. I don't want to be, alone. Oh, I'm working on myself. Oh, you don't talk to me. I'm a lone wolf. Nah, none of that. I just don't want to be wasting my time. And so I'm gonna try and just be more mindful, more productive. At home, my bedroom is an utter mess. There are clothes all on the floor. There's rubbish on the floor, trash, um, which needs to be all cleaned up. And so I just need to sort of kick myself into being better in pretty much every single way. Um, yeah, I think that's sort of it. I think I'm done talking for now, but I'd like to come back again tomorrow and talk, and maybe I'll talk about how the show went. Um, uh, you know, we'll just see what happens. And these videos won't all be about my sort of progress as I develop myself as a person. It'll just be whatever I can and want to talk about because I want to be able to talk about things. So maybe I'll talk about my hobbies. Maybe I'll talk about the films I like. I love Spider Man and Marvel and stuff. I'm sure I can ramble on about that for some time. But yeah, thank you for being here if you are here at all. And I'll see you tomorrow.